paint the fingernails. Didn't get to it yesterday. So, how are we? Did you have a good night's sleep? I had strange sleep, but it was good once I did sleep. Man, did I have dreams yesterday. It's crazy, but good. Lots of information for me. But I do have some stuff, guys. Listened to Ann Tucker yesterday, and I love her because she gets messages too. But she goes like right to the angels, and I don't know. It's very cool, you know. And how they talk to her, I love it. I'm very fascinated by it. It's something that her and then the new Ask Theo on Gaia, and that's something I'm going to talk about in the end too. If you haven't gotten yourself a subscription to Gaia and you're a supernatural, metaphysical, trying to understand where science meets spirit, there is going to be on the 26th, it's the day before my birthday, on Gaia, about that, about the divine and the spirit and science coming together. And I am like, yay, they get it. They're trying to finally, you know, make sense to what I've been studying and doing my entire life, and that just because we believe in the metaphysical or the supernatural or spiritual, you know, doesn't mean we can't believe in God, and that science and all of it, it all encompasses it all. And we all have different names for things. But I have forever said that when a religion teaches you to hate other religions, I'm sorry, I just can't participate in it. I just can't, because there's no reason for that. God is unconditional love, period. Point blank. There is nothing else. And when you live from your heart and in kindness, nothing else should matter. And that's the thing that I think is part of my biggest message to get across to you. You can believe whatever you want. I'll let you. Just don't think that it's okay to go out and, you know, however you choose to be that bully, whether it's just in small doses or it's you go out and you physically hurt somebody, it's not okay. So please take this to heart. You are a representation to the world. Make sure it's a good one. Okay? Okay. So, Ann Tucker. Now, before I read that, or listened to her, I had posted something about this as well. I said, where do you crisis manage? Why? Who is your excuse for not doing you? Literally, who is your excuse for not being your best you or your most real you? What are you always crisis managing and using as an excuse? Think about it. So, this is part of what they had to say. We are, meaning you, are transporters to this plane. You are now getting a sense of who you are. All things become transparent, what to create and how to. Oh, I'm telling you, the creativeness lately has been, that's why I haven't been anywhere. I've been too busy. And then I'm exhausted. You shall become an organizer. Dormant thinking shall change. How will we move forward in the new, creating from a different perspective, united from our higher self? So your higher self is really starting to talk to you, which mine has been. How we change is what is important. There's going to be a laser focus going forward. So you're going to have some things that you really, really want to work on, and you are just going to be, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and this is what's going to happen. And no one's going to be able to change your mind. And that's okay. You know, I mean, sometimes we have to have those creative projects. You're going to have a feeling of belonging is what will help keep the monkey mind, is what she called it. You know, the crazy, why am I doing this? People are going to think I'm nuts. Who the fuck cares what people think? If it's not hurting anybody, just do it, okay? Feeling of belonging is what will keep the monkey mind from taking over. Environment has our ingredients in it. So everything within your environment already has what you need to start a new project, to start a new job, to mend some things that you've been wanting to mend, whatever it might be, okay? We'll be able to connect on a better level to who you are now, knowing who you are, versus the version of you that you give to people. Authentically you. I have said this before and I'll say it again. Gratitude takes you to a place of freedom. Being authentically you takes you to a place of bliss. There's a difference, okay? Significantly more creative energies, more conscious of what we are organizing and putting together in new ways. It just, angels have the light of God. Now this came from Divine Metatron. Angels have the light of God. We are the spark of God. So the angels, they have a different, they are the light of God, but we are the spark. So meaning we can create. We have been given the ability to create. The angels have not. They are there to oversee, to help, to protect, to push you in the right direction and show you where your lighted path is. But you have the spark of God, meaning you're going to be able to create good things for yourself. And if you're not already doing this, you should be writing these things down. I mean, I'm going into a new journal, about one a year. This one, yeah, it's right about a year. Their reality is not a reflection of them. Our reality is a reflection of ourselves. Harmonious play with earth and all things is what's going to start to happen. We're going to intertwine. Intertwinement becomes a dominating force of what we really want. So, learning how to work well with others. Learning how to get along better with people. Quit judging. It's their life, not your life. Quit telling people how they need to live. Live in your own lane. Mind your own business. Do you. And the right people will find you. Because some of us, this is from the Draconian Priestess, we live rent-free in people's heads because we've said something, we've done something, have a channel like me. There's something that's happened that we silently sneak into their heads, they think, and then we're in their subconscious. And then they wake up or they have a thought and they're like, shit, damn it, there she is again, or there he is again. Basically what's happening, especially us light workers, starseeds, whatever you call yourself, the spirit team is using us to create change in people. Our words are very powerful. Excuse me. We're triggering the intimate parts of their mind, and the energy is very intense. So they're not understanding, why do I feel this? Why do I feel the need to call that person? Why do I feel the need to go do that? Why do I feel the need to get in my car and drive 400 miles across the state to go talk to these people? That's what's happening. And people aren't understanding why. I love it. They feel like a walking spell to others, trying to crack the code, meaning people like me. We feel like a walking spell to them, like we're casting spells, or we're, there's something within our DNA and got witchy vibes, which I'm sure I do. But the thing about it is, I'm not out here casting spells. I'm not out here doing the things that people say. I'm just truly being kind to myself, and living a life that I know is for the good of all. And I'm telling you, you want to watch something interesting? Go out and watch This Is Me Now by Jennifer Lopez. There's a big message in there, very big message in there, and it's beautiful. It is about her album, but what she did is she took everything that has happened in her life and all the marriages and all the bullshit and all the crap that people started talking about her, and she put it into something, and it's beautiful. And I love that they've got this, group of higher beings that are looking down on her. So I think it's something that maybe a lot of you should consider. How did the elite, and what I mean by the elite, within Hollywood, and not all of them are bad, whatever, judge how you want, but how did some of these people get to where they are? Because they started believing in themselves. They started doing for them and not listening to the people that told them that they couldn't. They started doing for themselves because they know they have a bigger purpose in their body. And they don't have to listen to what everybody else is doing. I'm telling you, go watch it. It's beautiful. And if you looked at the dress that she wore on the premiere of this, it was beautiful black. On the bottom of it, it has all the signs all the way around the bottom of the dress. Aries all the way to Pisces. It's telling you. There's more signs coming up. More and more and more and more and more and more. All the time, you guys. And you really should take note of it. And what you're realizing, too, is for those of you who are working on yourselves, is you don't need to take validation from anybody. It's not up to you to have to listen to anybody about anything when it comes to you. If you're moving in a direction where you know you're doing the right things, you've changed some of your habits, you've changed a lot of things for yourself, and people aren't liking it and they're criticizing you for it, there's something wrong with them. Because if you're doing things that takes care of your physical body and your mental body, and you're getting further and you're feeling better about yourself, don't quit. Don't quit. Okay? I love you all so much, and I'll see you real soon.